Let's make this. It's the art accessory you never knew you needed. I made a list of the materials I used, but you don't need everything. Here is the template in which I'm planning to make my brush holder. So here's how this brush holder is going to look. This is a piece of paper. I want to be able to have my pens, pencils, even my knives contained within this holder. And then be able to lay my brushes flat, because this is my old brush holder. And what I learned is when you dry your brushes this way, the water goes into the ferrule of the brush and loosens the glue. I don't want that. And how many times have you had it roll into your stuff when you're trying to lay it here or lay it on something? Well, I think what's going to happen here is we're going to have a way to contain everything, have it out of the way. I have a very small workspace. So these are just a few of the materials that I need, and we'll get started. I'm using Das, my favorite air dry clay from a previous project. Yes, I do think I have enough at this point. So let's get this rolled out for our template. I have some regular popsicle sticks to kind of give me an even thickness on my clay. I want it to be about 1/4 of an inch thick. So by rolling it out with these sticks, it allows me to keep it fairly even. I should have longer ones, but that's all I've got right now. So we'll get as good as we can right now. And if I need to move them up, I'll move them up, because that's all I can do. Roll it out and then roll them back. Look at that dent that I made. Oh, well, we'll fix that. We'll fix that. Now, I want to see how this is going to fit. Oh, we've got quite a ways to go. That's the amount that we need. So here I am emptying this out. Let me incorporate this into this, and I'll be right back. Okay, it took a little bit and we got it all rolled out. It fits perfectly good. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in here. And I'm just going to take an X-Acto knife. See here? See, this is why I'm making things. Everything rolls and gets in the way. So let me just cut this bad boy out. I did not get through to the bottom of all of it, so I'm going to put this in a baggie. Don't want to waste it. Okay, there we go. Got to take the bag here. Okay, so didn't cut all the way through some of it. We'll cut through here. Cut that piece off. And we will cut this piece off. There we go. Okay. Put that in there. Okay. So now that we have that, I'm going to see, got that there. And I'm just going to score this right here so I know where my edge is. There we go. And the same here. There we go. Okay, so I know where that goes. Now we're going to clean this up. Up here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I just tiny bit of water. I don't want to use too much water to to clean this up here. I just want to clean all of this up here. I'm going to get this to fold over. And I'm going to just tiny bit of clean water here. Let's see, just a little bit. I just want to clean off all of this stuff here. Some of it we'll be able to sand off, but actually I like my fingers better. I like using my fingers better. So I'm just smoothing off the rough edges where I cut. And smoothing out some of the areas. Again, my ridges for the actual brush holder I'm not so worried about. So I'm just folding that up. I'm actually going to use my texture to hold that up and in place. And then I'm going to fold this one up. And I will smooth out these. My nails. Be careful if you have long nails. Mine aren't all that long, but all these little marks and dots, it's because of my nails. I keep jabbing it. So just a point of interest. Keep an eye open for that. Okay, let's see here. Okay, get that smoothed out. Okay, so we're going to get this up here like this. And let's see, what can I find? See, there's another nail. Dag nabbit. Dag nabbit. Okay. Up, I just did it again. I think I need to cut my nails. Get these smoothed out here. I did it again. Did it again. Darn it. See, it's smoothing out pretty nice. There we go. Let's see what we got here. And I'm going to use it to prop that up and let it dry. Here we are, 3 days later. Yes, it took 3 days to get this fully dried, but overall it looks fantastic. I didn't have hardly any cracking. I still have some marks from my nails that I need to get out and sanded down, but overall it looks really great and feels really sturdy. I have a I think it's 400 grit sandpaper. It's a light grit, so I'm just gonna quickly go over all the areas that I want cleaned up, and then we'll clean it up and then we'll decorate it. All right, we've got this all sanded. It's fairly smooth. I couldn't get everything out, all of the nicks, but I'm not so concerned since it's for me. And I've got here another, these are my nails. If you remember back, my nails were jabbing it. So anyways, one thing I did forget, I did wear a mask while I was sanding just because of the dust that it generated, because I got a lot of dust on it. And as I'm getting ready to paint it, I found I have no gesso, and typically gesso is used to prep an area and help the paint stick to it. So, well, I don't have any, and since this is for myself, I'm going to go ahead. I do have some texture gel, and you can use this with acrylic paint. So this is it has like a sand-like finish. I felt that since this isn't perfect and I don't need it to be perfectly smooth, I'm going to go ahead and just paint on this coarse texture gel and then decide how I want to paint it once all that dries. This did take me over 3 days to dry, But I'll tell you, it is really cool, and I cannot wait to use it. It's going to make so much easier when I'm painting and working on all my videos and on my own projects. I can just put everything in there and have a brush rest at hand. So let's get started. Okay, I'm not all that concerned with the overall application. I just want to make sure everything's covered. So I have this small little brush that I think I'm going to use. Since this is going to be a sandy kind of textured finish, I'm going to go ahead and just get started with that and get this whole thing painted and see what we got. Just want to make sure everything is covered and protected. Ends and all of these little scallops here. So let's go over here. I can hold it up and go ahead, and it is very sandy. It's a weird texture, but it's not problematic. It kind of covers some of my flaws. So I guess I had just the right amount squeezed out. So what we'll do is go ahead and clean up this brush. I've got all of the edges covered and inside and out. Is there any place I missed? It doesn't appear so. So we'll let it dry and do the bottom, and we'll move on to the next step of decorating and designing it. Okay, last we saw I had painted the sides, the center, inside the sides, and then the only thing left was the bottom, which I got done. And this is the coarse texture gel. You can use it with acrylic paint, which this is what I did. I used white acrylic over top. Prior to putting the acrylic paint on top, I sanded the coarseness of it. It was a little too coarse for me, so I sanded it just a little bit and then went ahead and put the acrylic paint on top just to get started. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to decorate it just ever so slightly. I'm not going to do a lot on it right now. Well, I thought I had a gold Sharpie, but I don't. I only have silver. So this is what I've decided to use. I'm going to use this metallic type ink, and I just put it out here. I've got a little sponge, and I'm just going to do the edges. Just doing the edges. It does make it a little rougher to try and paint the top with this coarse gel. There we go. So I like it. I think it looks nice. And then I'll just do each edge here. There we go. Let's let that dry, and then I'm going to put a water protectant over top and call it finished. So it's all dry. Got all my edges gold. Now what we're going to do, Mod Podge, dishwasher safe. So it's not waterproof, but it's water resistant. And since I'll be using it around water, I want to have a water-resistant protection. I'm putting it on very liberally because I want it to be well protected. Get the insides here. Okay. Well, that's a wrap. The DIY air dry clay brush and pen holder is complete. I've tested it out and it works like a charm. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope you'll give this project a try and let me know what you think in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed or got value from this video, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.